Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you my thoughts on some new makeup releases for August. I'm going to be talking about a bunch of products that just released in the past week. We have a bunch of new foundation releases, some eyeshadow palettes. So you guys want to hear my thoughts on some new products, then just keep on watching. Alright, so every time that I make these videos, it's always because I want to talk about a specific product that I'm either really excited about or have a lot of thoughts about. So I'm going to jump right in with that product, and it's the Anasazi Beverly Hills collaboration with Jackie Aina. She just released a new eyeshadow palette, and it just came out the day I'm filming this, so it's already available on the Anasazi website for $45, and then on August 15th, it's going to be available in stores and online at Sephora and Ulta. It is a standard size eyeshadow palette, a mix of mattes and shimmers, has 14 shades, and spoiler alert, I already purchased it this morning. I'm so excited about this palette. You guys know I love Anasazi Beverly Hills palettes. I buy almost all of them. I buy all the ones that at least make sense to me, or at least for the makeup that I do. I think the only one I haven't purchased recently is the Alyssa Edwards palette, just because I knew I wasn't going to wear hot pink ever, or any of those like bolder neon shades. But I look at the Jackie Aina palette and I would wear every single one of those shades. I was in the middle, when I was getting ready today, I was in the middle of watching Jackie's video about the palette. I purchased it before I even saw any of her posts about it. I'm like, okay, it has her name on it, it has Anastasia, I'm buying it. But just watching her video a little bit more, I got more excited about the palette. I have to still finish her video. I haven't even seen the swatches live, but I've just seen, of course, pictures. Let me know if you guys want to see a comparison, like Jackie's palette versus Modern Renaissance versus Norvina. Those are the ones that I see being compared the most. Especially the Jackie Aina palette versus the Norvina palette. Let me know if you want to see a comparison video like that, see shade similarities and my opinions about those. But I'm really excited about this. I love that Jackie announced it on her actual birthday. I feel like that made it even more special. She tweeted about the logo on her palette that her boyfriend made, and now it's gonna be in stores at Sephora, and it was really sentimental, so it made it even more special. I love the packaging. I think it's so pretty. And it does look like a mix of other Anasazi palettes, but honestly, Anasazi palettes are my favorite. It has the best of every palette, I feel because it has every shade that I would wear. There's nothing in here that I'm oh, I wish that was different, at least just looking at pictures. So I'm really excited about this one. No negatives looking at it, honestly. And I'm also a Jackie fan, so I'm pretty biased in why I'm buying it as well. So I think the day that I put this video up, I will get the palette in the mail, and then my next video will probably be a review, and I'll have some Instagram tutorials and stuff. But that was an unexpected collaboration to me. I was oh, this is the collaboration I never knew I needed. I feel it's been a really long time since Anastasia has done some influencer collabs. I know they had Alyssa Edwards, but other beauty influencers, it's been a while. I mean, they've done the Anasazi highlighter, so I guess that's not too far off, but I feel it's been several years since they did those original influencer collabs back from 2012 or 2013. So I'm excited to see if they do more influencer collabs with eyeshadow palettes, because their formula is my standard for eyeshadow palettes, and I feel this is gonna be great. So let me know if you guys pick that up. Okay, let's talk about the other Anastasia release of the week, because I'm actually surprised I didn't purchase this. And I still want it though. It's the new Luminous foundation. So this is a new foundation. It's available online at the Anasazi website, and online and in stores at Ulta. Now, I definitely shop more at Sephora than Ulta. I have free shipping at Sephora, which is where I buy all my things online at Sephora. I tend to just have easier access. Actually, I have an Ulta even closer to me than Sephora, but I'm always at malls that have Sephora versus the Ulta that's a couple miles away. Anyways, that is basically the reason I haven't purchased this foundation yet. I didn't want to buy it on the Anastasia website because I was really second guessing myself. I went to the website 3 times. I was second guessing myself on the shades. And then I had a friend of mine say on Instagram that the shades were just way off from what she thought they would be. And it just made me a little bit more nervous. Especially today, I thought that I was going to purchase the Anastasia foundation along with Jackie's palette, since I was already making an order at Anastasia. but I didn't want to get my shade wrong, and I didn't want to deal with the return because I didn't know what the process was. I was over stressing myself for no reason, basically. But anyways, this is a Luminous Dewy Foundation, medium finish and medium coverage, and it's $38. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to go to an Ulta store this weekend and see if I can find the foundation, first of all, and do some swatches in person and just kind of go from there. It's one of those, I didn't buy the day it launched, so now I'm not in a rush to buy it. But I was actually, when I saw this being announced, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is the foundation I need. So that was my whole drama with purchasing this foundation that I really want, but I just don't want to buy the wrong one and deal with returning it online or anything like that. Of course, I could like order it online at Ulta, but I'd rather just get the right one in store or just wait a couple weeks for it to come out in Sephora and then purchase it then. But that is definitely on my radar. That's one of those foundations. I'm definitely gonna own it. I might not own it this week or next week, but it will come into my life in the next like month or two. So I am gonna also mention a couple other foundations, but I'm just seeing like a trend with the foundations coming out recently are that it's very like lightweight, luminous, light coverage, which is so different than what we've seen in the past. Like I just reviewed the Stay Naked foundation, super lightweight foundation or super light coverage. This is probably one of the lightest coverage foundations I have in my collection. It's still good foundation, like it's a good formula, but the coverage is so light, and that's just what's coming out lately, like dewy, light, natural, kind of the Glossier vibes foundation, which is very different from what we've seen like in the past year or two. Okay, so the next one that I want to talk about, oh, I almost bought this. I was in Sephora this past weekend, and I saw this, and I picked it up and I saw the price tag and I snapped back out of it and I just walked out of the store because I did not want to spend, what is it, $68 on a new foundation. The bottle looks so pretty, and I've only tried so many things from this brand. I actually only think I have 2 of their products. Do I just have one? I might only have one product from this brand. Okay, let's backtrack. I'm talking about Pat McGrath. It's the new Pat McGrath foundation. This is called the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation, 36 shades, $68. You can buy 2 of the Anasazi foundations, almost 2 of them, for the same price. That's why I didn't buy it out of principle of how pricey it is. Oh, but the packaging just really drew me in, and I'm definitely like a fan of Pat McGrath and her brand, but I just can't spend so much money on it, and I have to be selective with what I purchase. And I haven't watched any of the reviews of the foundations, but the claims are that it is a satin finish, sheer to medium, buildable, for fresh, natural looking skin. It has a serum-like feel, diamond powder, like that light reflecting quality similar to the Stay Naked foundation. I think that I would really, really like this foundation. I might purchase this eventually. This is one of those like on my wish list for the Sephora VIB sale in the fall kind of foundation. Let me know if you guys have tried this out. I have seen good things about it from people reviewing it like on Insta stories, like super quick. I haven't seen any dedicated videos because I'm trying to convince myself not to buy the foundation, so I'm trying not to watch any review videos about it. But I definitely love to know your thoughts if you have tried out this foundation, because if I'm gonna splurge on some kind of luxury foundation or product, I feel like this would be a really good one, and it's not gonna be something that's like overhyped like some other like super high-end brands. So really curious about that one. And then here's another one that's coming out on August 15th. I was a little bit confused because I started seeing some reviews come up in my YouTube news feed. A couple of my friends were reviewing this foundation. I think that they got it as PR, so I was like, wait, did I miss the launch? But this actually releases on August 15th. It's the Fenty Hydrating Foundation. I'm really excited for this. I don't like the original matte foundation. It is so full coverage and so matte. Like, it's so matte. It almost feels like paint on my skin. I just remember like trying to wash it off in the shower and the water would like repel off of my face because this foundation was so full coverage. I have a little sample of it left in my collection, so maybe I could do like a comparison of both if I do end up buying the new foundation. But I could not commit to wearing the original foundation. It was just way too matte, like not dry skin friendly in my opinion. But I really do like Fenty. I love the concealer so much. I feel like the concealer and the foundation are very different. The concealer is like more dewy, but full coverage, and it leaves like a soft matte finish. It looks really natural on your skin, but it still gives great coverage. It's awesome. So I'm hoping that's kind of like the case with the foundation. $35, which is a really great price. See, you can get two of the Fenty. You can get the Anasazi and the Fenty for like the same price as a Pat McGrath. I'm already convincing myself not to buy the Pat McGrath foundation. Perfect for normal dry skin, natural finish. I'm just honestly just reading off of Trendmood, but medium to full coverage. Okay, so that's a good claim, because a lot of times like these other foundations that are more hydrating, more dewy, give you a lighter coverage. But if it's like a hydrating formula, full coverage, I'm all about that. And with this foundation, I am going to go ahead and watch some of those review videos. I have a few saved to watch later. I just didn't want to watch them before I made this video because I wanted to get my like kind of first impressions. But I know Ashley Clady, I'm gonna watch her video because she received it already and reviewed it. But I'm excited for this foundation. They also are coming out with a new primer. I have a million primers, I don't need another one, but definitely excited for this foundation. I think honestly, originally I was the most excited about the Anasazi foundation, but because I've been so hesitant about buying it, I feel like I'm just like getting over it as the week progresses. I think that because Jackie announced her palette, it just like took my mind off of the Anasazi foundation and onto her palette. So that is like my Anastasia purchase of the month. And if I want to buy something else this month, it's probably going to be the Fenty foundation out of all of these. I think I actually want that one a little bit more than the ABH foundation. Let me know your thoughts on those three foundations. That's really also why I wanted to make this video, because those are just like three things that I really wanted in the past week: the Pat McGrath foundation, the ABH one, and the Fenty one. And I was trying to narrow it down and kind of talk myself through it. So this is kind of like my foundation therapy going on right now. But I think we're gonna go with the Fenty one and maybe hold on the Anasazi one, and then maybe I'll buy myself the Pat McGrath one for my 29th birthday in November. All right, so lastly, I want to talk about a makeup collection that is super gimmicky and I'm very much falling for it. And it is the Pur Cosmetics collaboration with Barbie. Oh my gosh, I freaking love Barbie. I actually really like Barbie. I had a Barbie collection when I was like in high school, like well into my late teens. I was collecting Barbies. I was getting those magazines from like the BarbieCollector.com, and I'd get like the pink label Barbies and the silver ones, and the gold ones were like extra expensive, and I had a whole display. And yeah, that was kind of all I did in high school. That and play with the Sims. I just played with dolls and the Sims. I didn't actually play with the Barbies. I have them in collector boxes, so hopefully they are worth a lot of money one day and I could buy the Pat McGrath foundation with it. But anyways, okay, so that is why I was excited about the Barbie collection, Barbie collaboration, because in almost my adulthood years, I had a very strong attachment to Barbie. So yeah. Anyways, this palette looks so pretty. I don't know that these shades would completely flatter my complexion. They're a little bit more cool tone. Like the hot pink, I feel like would look really weird on my complexion and like clash on me a bit. But some of these shades are just so gorgeous, and the swatches actually look stunning. Like they look very pigmented, very like wet, which I really like that really shiny metallic look, not chunky. So I really like that palette, especially out of everything. The lipsticks look kind of more gimmicky, like they're glittery, but the palette is especially gorgeous, and it's $34, so it's a good price point. And I feel like that would be a really gorgeous palette for like the holiday season, like winter theme. So the Barbie collection and the palette is already available, and I honestly probably would have bought the palette right then and there, but then the Anastasia palette was announced, and I don't like to get like a bunch of palettes at the same time. I actually just got the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette that I regret not buying when it was first released, because I'm already loving it. I've only had it for like the past like week. I'm wearing it right now. It's gorgeous. I'm so happy that I got it, so I don't need to get like 3 palettes this month, but definitely have an appreciation for that Pure Barbie palette. But for sure, I really wanted the Jackie one even more. But that is pretty much like the focus of everything that I wanted to talk about. There's a couple of things here and there that I was interested in, but those are the products that I was like the most passionate about in the past week or so. Let me know what products you're eyeing right now. Let me know what products you don't want to purchase, what you think is like too gimmicky, overpriced. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you plan on purchasing any of the products that I mentioned. And out of those 3 foundations, Pat McGrath, Anastasia, Fenty, let me know which would be your top pick, because I'd like to know your thoughts, especially if you've already purchased the Anasazi one or the Pat McGrath one. But that's gonna be everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on some new releases. And if you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.